I saw no shadow, but felt the glow. The warmth inside me, it kept me afloat. It felt like heaven, it found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. My best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. They gained an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me through. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend. Inside your self-righteous symphony, I would rather let this go than to bring it up again.
What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Burly Fishing Podcast. We're live for the last time this year Also, Paul's probably frozen with a really funny face right now. It's hilarious, but that's fine. I told you we had technical difficulties. We're making this thing happen. We're still going to have a good show tonight. We're going to have some fun. I can't wait to talk to you guys in chat. Hit us with questions. Hit us with super chat if you want to support the show. We appreciate that so much. I think we made that a drinking game last week. So that holds true. It carries over. It's fine. It holds true. Oh, what, these? Yeah, I can't see anything. I got to take these off. These are my fancy Waterland sunglasses for you guys on YouTube. If you thought it was weird, that was a creative choice, a creative decision I don't regret. But we're going to talk about Waterland and other changes to the channel and cool things that are going on. Cool things that have happened this year. This year's been crazy. It's been transformative. It's been fun. Gosh dang, I can't even get through my intro. And Fishing with T-Man just drops a $4.99 super chat. All right, here's to the drinking game, you guys. You're going to make it a what? Solo me? All right, so Chaz is going to change up the camera until we figure out what Paul is doing. But, I mean, gosh, that means I got to play this dad pop drinking game the entire episode by myself. Chaz is going to hook me up. He's going to help as well. So anyways, guys, so, if it's just me and Chaz, that's fine. But hopefully we can get Paul back on here. We're going to be talking about sort of the best of the best, the worst of the worst from the year of 2020. And I mean, let's be real. 2020 is mostly for the worst for most people, but we're still gonna have a lot of fun. Oh, also Terrible at Fishing reminded me that $4.99 I guess equals 2 drinks. What does $9.99 equal? Is like 4 drinks, 5 drinks? Gosh dang, you guys are gonna kill us. $50 a shotgun beer. I don't have a can to shotgun right now, but I mean, we'll figure something out. We'll get creative. But all right, yeah, everybody, F's in chat for Paul. We've lost him, so drop him. R.I.P. to Paul. We love him. We miss him. We may resurrect him at some point in the show. I know he's going to try and call back with his phone or something. Chaz is going to make sure we get him in somehow. So just hang tight. We'll get him back. At any rate, like I said, we're talking about 2020, and I'm excited about this. I want to talk to you guys about 2021, like what's coming up, what you guys can expect in the new year. We got some changes coming up and exciting news for the podcast, for the channel. So I'm going to share that with you throughout the episode today. Again, don't hesitate to hit us up in chat. Any questions that you have, any thoughts from the year, from next year, things that you want to see next year, I would be excited to hear as well. And gosh dang it. All right, so John Woo, thank you, sir, for the $5 in the super chat. You're fantastic, brother. So he said he had to 1 cent up Fishing with T-Man. I love it. I appreciate it. That's 2 for you, sir. There's 1. There's 2. Man, we're not going to get anywhere on this episode, but that's fine because this is just the reminisce. This is the Hail Mary for the year. This is it. This is the last one we're doing. There will be a podcast episode. Guys, look. Do we resurrect him? I think we got Paul back. Chaz will bring him up. He's here. He's on his archaic technology, aka his iPhone.
This is my 3rd machine that I've had to hook up to get here, and I had to reset a password.
So if you guys were contemplating whether or not Paul loved you, there's your answer right there. This boy did work.
I just didn't want to be a liar because I just told everyone on Instagram that I was going to be going live, and it's kind of hard to be live if you're not going live. So,
yo, you missed several donations already, as well as, yeah, you are 4 drinks in, and we just got hit with a gosh dang $9.99 from Fishing with T-Man. So,
holy crap,
cheers,
you guys.
Cheers to you guys. Cheers. Fishing with T-Man just had to re-one up John Woo with the $9.99. Wait, so is that 4? $10 is 4 drinks. Chris Hughes says now 7. Good grief. I'll just take a big swig, all right?
I'll take the upcharge.
Okay. Appreciate you guys. You guys are fantastic. There's going to be a lot of reminiscing and fun on this episode. We're going to get to it. So, first of all, now we got Paul back. Real quick. If you guys like the show, if you're new here and you just came in and a bunch of guys were like, ooh, super chat, ooh, drinks, like that's not the whole show. It's definitely the most fun. Dude, I can't go anywhere with you guys. All right, John Woo, bringing it back. $10. He 1 cent up Fishing with T-Men. Gosh dang, dude. I'm gonna have to go down to the fridge and get more drinks. So let me just hang on real quick for the $10. Thank you, sir. Okay. So if you guys like the show so far, it's fantastic. If you wanna see more podcast episodes, more videos, be sure to subscribe to Burly Fishing. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the places, all the things, and drop us a 5-star review on the podcast. You guys are fantastic. I'm sure this is gonna sound really great on the audio version, like just the audio only. What is happening right now? So for those of you not on YouTube, we are live if you're listening to this later, and we have a chat rolling, and our chat is just killing it tonight.
They are.
Shout out Fishing with T-Man and Jonathan Wu. You guys are fantastic. Thanks for doing the super chat. It helps us out a ton. That's basically that's another MB box, maybe an MTB Elite right there that we're just gonna add. I'm adding it back in January, you guys. MTB Elite, it's coming back. I'm gonna do the MTB Elite and MTB Icebox versus MB Regional MB Icebox. Putting it right here. It's happening. It's going to go down. So we're going to add that in. It's going to be a ton of fun. So at any rate, we've done our shout outs. P.S. Shout out to Waterland. Hooked us up. You guys are going to see a video tomorrow of all the stuff they sent us. I'm wearing some of it right now. I wore the sunglasses at the beginning of the show. Got 3 pairs of sweet sunglasses. You guys are going to see. I'll break them down and review them. And then we got a bunch of apparel. So we recently, I mentioned it last episode, started working with them. We are brand ambassadors for them. We do have a code if you guys want to go to waterlandco.com. Charles will throw it in chat and use the code BURLY10, all caps. That is Burly10, all caps. You'll get 10% off, and they give us a 10% kickback, which once again goes right back into the show, and we buy all stuff that we review and unbox on the channel for you guys. So it's a ton of fun. Helps keep the party going. Let's get to a question of the episode. Question of the day. Oh, the code? I'll type it in chat. Paul, what's the episode Q?
So question of the week. This one we're going Christmas a little early because we got Christmas on the mind, and then by the time some people see this, it'll basically be like the day after Christmas. So I was thinking, like, growing up, one of my favorite parts about Christmas had almost nothing to do with presents. It was the stocking. Like the stocking stuffers, that that's the first thing I saw when you come downstairs. You're all jacked up. You come downstairs, you beat mom and dad by a quarter mile, and I would go straight for the stocking. And there were like the classics. You got your undies, you got your socks, you got maybe a belt and like a DVD. It was awesome. But down in the toe, there was always a treat, a little snacky poo for, to get your energy back up after about 2 hours of screaming. And so I know what my favorite one was. So my episode question of the week, what is your favorite treat to get in a stocking?
So I have a weird one. I want to know who in chat is as weird as me. So I got super pumped when I would reach out into the stocking. Every year, my mom would get me chocolate-covered gummy bears. Who is on this level of weird? Who's on this level of weird?
What?
Somebody in chat.
Even
Chaz is like, hell no.
Chaz like, Mayday.
This is the weirdest snack. I agree. It's a very weird snack, but for once a year, no, I wouldn't even call it a snack, because it's not like a snack is like, oh, hey, you want to grab me some of those chocolate covered gummy bears? I'm gonna eat those while I watch TV. No, it was once a year just for Christmas. I would get them, and I love them. So weird. Anybody this weird? Nope. Chris Hughes says, "Are you pregnant?"
Yeah, I think me and Charles are just gonna do our own thing. I think Jeff, maybe just sign off, and we'll handle the rest of this ourselves.
Okay, first of all, not alone. Done by the fishing machine. No. I did. Done by the fishing machine
up.
Says Choco bears are so good. Thank you. Somebody says chocolate covered cherries. Hang on. Chris Shue says, "Are you pregnant?" Got him. Yo, JT Marshall says there's nothing wrong with that, especially if it's dark chocolate. So, hey,
It's
I'm
okay
here
to
to
be wrong. It's
I'm here
fine.
to share some weird stuff. So
Oh.
let's hear it,
I'm
Paul.
gonna go.
Yeah.
Mine's actually so I have it's a dead heat. It's a dead even tie. Actually, it's a three-way tie. It's easily a three-way tie. Did anyone ever get the lifesaver? You know the lifesaver rolls? They're like 3
Yeah.
inches long. Did you ever get those in like a little Christmas book? And it was like every version of the flavor. So you got like the tropical, the original, like the Hawaiian, all of those. Anybody?
Mhm.
Nobody? No, you guys suck.
First of all, Hawaiian lifesavers are actually the worst thing that
Yeah,
ever
those
existed.
are straight.
So
Those are straight garbage. But the rest of them really good. And you got like a mixed berry, which was just
Yeah.
like that would be like getting only red and pink starbursts and nothing else. It was ideal. But the Andy's mint chocolate, legendary. And then do you guys
that's
remember?
like an after dinner thing that you get at restaurants.
Are you gonna Choco Bears?
Don't
coming
dump
after
all
me
over
on
my
Andy's
Choco
mints?
Bears.
These
And
are this is my
you're in
answer,
the after
all right?
dinner
You get
mint.
Choco Bears. I'm keeping this. And then tied for third place could have been any of these three. Do you remember those chocolate spheres that were like an orange, and you like bashed them, and then you could like peel off like orange or like. Chaz has one right now.
Wow. Ready? He's ready to roll. It's in his freezer.
Dude, those were so underrated.
Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna say mine may be weird, but yours are not better. Like I'll put it in chat. Fight me in chat.
Less weird.
Like,
Less weird. Chocolate.
less weird because tradition. They're tradition.
Let's be clear. It's not like you pick these things. These aren't things that you like go out and shop for.
No, agreed.
You
right?
walk
Like
downstairs and you're like, thanks.
these are like Christmas only things, right? Like you said, they're not snacks. They're things that just like
I've never gotten any of this at any point in the year otherwise. Ever.
Oh. Man, you get weird stuff. All right, chat, couple people said Kinder eggs, Cadbury eggs. That's not what he meant. You meant the orange. It's a chocolate orange.
Cadbury. You know what, Charles? Can you Google a picture of it and throw it up? Because Cadbury eggs are legit.
Mm-hmm.
They're super good. But that's Easter.
I would be happy to get those, but they're Easter.
They don't do that. Those aren't around. And eggs are Easter. I'm not saying these are like better than like there's other much better There's much better everything than all of this stuff. But these are the things that show up only at Christmas. Like these are only in the stocking.
True. Dunbar the Fishing Machine says OG Olive Garden. Like that is where you get the Andy's chocolates.
Attaboy.
It's like at the door and you're supposed to grab one and you're that dude that just grabs like 5, like a handful, and you're just like, all right, later.
What are those like 95-year-old like soft, powdery, like peppermint candies that you get? They only come in like pastel colors and they're like individually wrapped. You know what I'm talking about?
Neckos.
They're like little candy pillows.
Yeah, Neckos.
Yeah.
You're talking about the wafers, right?
No, not the wafer.
Nope.
That's a Civil War candy, just so everyone knows. That comes in like a little coin shape. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's actually a Civil War candy, which I think is really cool. But no, these are like little pillows, and they're soft, and they're almost fluffy, but they're like condensed powder.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
everyone's grandma has like 1,600 pounds of them in the back of their Grand Prix. Like
the crystal bowl that has those and the strawberry wrapper one, the Werther's Originals, and then like the one that tastes like toothpaste that's blue.
So but like, why do those taste so good after dinner? They taste like butt at all times, unless you've just left a Mexican restaurant and eaten 2 burritos, and then it's like, these are great. And you're like hammering them.
It's got to be fighting like the salsa.
You got to have like 600 gallons of acid in your veins, then you can eat one of them. Ooh, so now everyone's seeing the orange.
There you go.
This is a legit thing. Like if you're a 90s kid or anywhere in that generation, like if you're even towing millennial, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And you definitely bash this on your kitchen counter at least 30 times to get one slice.
Facts. All right. So that was a very interesting, heated episode, Q. I loved it. So for today's episode, well, before we get to that, let's do a little weekend review, quick recap. There's some things. So I can tell you a couple things. I opened way too many boxes this week. All of my Black Friday things showed up this week. They're being recorded and they're uploading soon. So you can see them this week, next week.
All but one? Technically?
All but one? Which one?
They're real.
Oh,
all but one. I think
there's one.
All
Okay, so that's a funny note. There is a video that I'm contemplating even posting that I recorded. I'm probably going to post it. I have to take a lot of the anger out of it, but let's just put it this way. You guys remember Real Tackle Box? And I mentioned it shortly in a video for the giveaway. The giveaway I'll be, by the way, drawing tonight, right after we finish this episode, and announcing as soon as that person responds to me. So make sure your notifications are on. So I mentioned it, right? And I said it's not shown up. Guess what showed up this week? The Real Tackle Box. Post dated November 17th. Showed up this week. Are you kidding me?
Zoom in on the date.
I gotta tell you guys, this box was $32 and it had about $12 in value in it. Not even kidding you. All sample plastics. Yeah, it was really bad. Really, really bad. And I was like livid as I opened it. So I'm gonna have to like tone it down and get that video edited real nice. And I'll put it out there if you guys want to see it. So I'm just saying it right now. If you guys ever thought about Real Tackle Box, unthink about it. Just unthink about it. Just don't buy from them. I'll put it right here. And then the second Black Friday thing that actually didn't show up, will never show up, don't plan on it, don't want it to show up, is from Fishing Care Package. And that is, oh my gosh. All right. So Fishing with T-Men, $9.99. Before I even get into this, cheers to you, dude. Are you freaking kidding me? This guy is just blowing up. We got a donation, dude.
Go!
Lift it up. Let's go.
I'm gonna smash my phone one of these days.
You're just gonna cheers your phone so hard.
Look.
Thank you, brother. You just did it. You just did to demonstrate. Nice. Anyways, so I'm gonna continue drinking for Fishing with T-Men while I tell this story real quick. That way it's fair because it's a $9.99 donation. You're fantastic, by the way. So yes, terrible at fishing. It's 4. I got you. I got 2 more. We'll keep going. So fishing care package. I have a vendetta against this company now. Every time I see a sale ad from them, I am committing to posting something: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube video for you guys and everyone else who doesn't know. That is a straight scam. Do not ever, please don't ever put money towards that company. Just don't, right? And I like, because their Black Friday deals were so good, they made it look so good. That's fishing, man. But the wrong PH fishing. Like, they are stealing money from people. It's so bad. So I'm gonna post about that and be like, hey, by the way, here's the things not to buy this Black Friday. Please, like, I hope I can
like negative $200 worth of fishing reels.
Yeah, you're donating money to bad people. Don't do it. Like, just don't do it. So, and they will never respond to your emails and you'll never get your money back. So please don't do it. Okay. End of rant. So other than that, I got a lot of good things. I got all my Waterland stuff. Super pumped about that. We got the 6 cents Black Friday deal. So I got some jerk baits and some other cool stuff there. And then what else did I get? Oh, Busby boxes. Got some new Busby boxes. They sent me a spare box, which is super cool because I'm an idiot and I like smashed one of my latches off. So they replaced that for me. Amazing customer service, opposite of the other 2 companies I just mentioned. And I don't know, all sorts of other stuff. So it was really cool, like early Christmas week for me opening stuff. And you guys will see the videos very, very soon. Also, Paul's going to be switching cameras, I think. Ooh, did you fix your pewter? He done did it. Fix his pewter. Maybe.
For the next 3 minutes and 12 seconds.
All right. So in chat, how long do you think Paul is going to last on camera? Hit me up.
Over unders at what? Minute 25?
Minute 25 would be a record. As long as Chaz, your beer is not going to last very long.
Yeah, 325, so that'll never happen.
Switch cameras.
It's insane.
Oh, man. Yeah, so Will Woods asks, are you announcing the giveaway winner on the live stream? No, because I need them to respond to me. I need them to be a real person that lives in the United States or Canada. So that's the only issue. So I will be commenting back at them on that YouTube video right after this live stream's over. And when they respond, then I'll announce it and all that other stuff. Kind of the way I've been doing it. So hang tight. But yeah, so like lots of things open this week. No fishing. There's just like no point right now. Just nothing's happening. Paul's been.
I I want to do a whole episode on how there is not jack crap to do at like this point in the year. Like you can go fish, it's possible, but
Well,
it's like
you're just getting the line wet.
so painful. It's painful, and you're just praying for ice.
Yeah, no, it's pretty much, what is it? It's mostly December to February sometimes. Like
mid to late Jan, I think is when.
Yeah, so we got a while to wait on that, unfortunately. So people have been asking on YouTube, like, hey, love all the gear reviews, whatever. Why don't you go fishing? Well, there's why, because I live in Michigan and it sucks right now. So that's all it is. We got the time we could go out and fish. We're just nothing's going to happen. It's just not producing. But yeah, so recorded a bunch of videos, opened a bunch of things. That's kind of my week. What was your week, Paul?
Well, I'm out of work starting like day after tomorrow for like 2 weeks, and so
fantastic.
I've been murdering myself trying to get ready to be able to be out, which is great. I've also put all the finishing touches on my basement, so if you follow me on Instagram, you can look at all the stuff and the things. Did a little reorganizing, got all the ice fishing stuff down in the basement to get prepped for the season. I really need to shut down my boat, so like official. Like I've got a bunch of the stuff out, like the sensitive stuff, but I need to make room for all the rods and reels to get down in the basement, and I need to get all like as much equipment as possible that's like not bolted to the kayak. I really want to get downstairs. Did a little scouting. We did a little filming this week. Did a little editing. Other than that, which is kind of a lot. It's actually been pretty quiet.
Yeah. Real quick in chat, we got Angus Patterson asking, you guys have a favorite bait for smallmouth fishing?
I actually would say it's the same one, but only because all our smallmouth, most of our smallmouth fishing happens like in the same place. So in the river.
Yeah.
I have one for the river and I have one for a lake. How about that?
Yeah, we don't fish too many smallmouth lakes though. Like we need to do that more next year.
No. We do it a lot. We don't do it a lot in 2020.
No, yeah. So river-wise, favorite bait, it's Ned Rig. And it's the copper truce color of the Z-Man Finesse TRD, or the Chartreuse, shark turd, if you will. And we usually rig it on an EWG Ned Rig head, or you can rig it weedless, open hook, weed guard, whatever, and just literally put it out there, and they just eat it. They're crazy for it. They love it. Then we got
Hold please. I have one though that I know that I use a ton.
Oh yeah, your lake one?
The Bandit 100 crankbait. That thing has become like an icon because it actually is like with retrieve speed you can control so much of it, and it covers like the perfect depth of water where in a place like Lake St. Clair where the max depth is like 18 feet, you're hitting like a huge majority of the water column by going 8 to 10 feet down. But you can very easily hit 4 feet, no problem. And that thing just does damage. It's become one of my favorite crankbaits. I just bought the one they had on sale at Monster Bass. I got like 3 of them in the avocado color. I've got 2 or 3 of them in the smoke. And I really want to get the black because that thing is freaking awesome. And it's super durable. So that's actually become one of my favorite crankbaits. And crankbaits can absolutely slay on a lake with smallmouth.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Specifically the 100 size.
Specifically. Oh yeah, Chaz, are you not unmuted? Yeah, you got to unmute when you talk, man. Everybody said. All right, do you guys want to hear Chaz if he talks, or do you want to hear us like sit silently while we listen to what Chaz has to say? Hit me up in chat. I'll tell you if chat says it, Chaz. I'm pretty sure they want to hear something. Yeah, well, you need to be unmuted. Yes. David Carlson says, I like Chaz. So
I like Chaz.
You're liked. So everybody wants to hear you. Look. John Woo says silence. John, really, man? You're gonna donate to the show and then you're gonna silence Chaz, the producer of the show. Come on, guys.
Which ultimately means if you're a donate guy, then your word is law. So Chaz, shut up. I love you, but you got it.
Chaz, sorry, but John's donated a bunch, so you can never talk again. All right, so let's get to the meat and potatoes of the show. It's a little bit different. It's gonna be. I'd vote for this. We're just going to talk about 2020 for a little bit. Just kind of like what went down. new things, cool things, not so cool things. Just a little year in review, if you will. People were requesting this on YouTube. I gotta be honest, guys. I just ain't got an editor or the time to just go back and
I
chop
thought
up
about it.
videos.
I was like, this is something I
want
could do
to.
easily. Like I could do it and then blah blah blah. And I was like, it would take like 8 hours. Legit, it would take even just to pick your clips and splice them out, not even to get them back put together.
Yeah.
Legit. I mean, think about it this way. Jeff, we're posting what? For most of the summer, 4 videos a week, right?
Yep.
4 videos a week, times how many months? We'll call it 6 months. That's 24 months.
Well, I can just tell you
24 weeks. 24 weeks times 4. That's just for the summer.
Yeah.
I can probably do it if needed.
Oh, Chaz is offering up. I would say this. I'll commit to doing it next year. We'll figure it out. But yeah, there's 175 videos on the channel, and we started in September 2019. So, Paul, if you could just edit 175 videos, please.
Yeah, I'll just get right on that.
Chaz, did you realize what you just stepped into?
Yeah. Chaz immediately regrets this decision.
Chaz like, never mind. Just kidding.
There's beer, but like, I'm good. So
shut up, Chaz. That's ridiculous. Get out of town.
So I'm looking back on 2020, and we were kind of talking about like what types of things we should be looking at, blah blah blah. And I was like, dude, it's amazing. Like Jeff just talked about when we started the channel, right? Jeff and I have been talking about starting fishing related business for like 6 or 8 months before any of this happened. We had some ideas. We were kicking some stuff around and Googling, and then the channel happened, and then we started the podcast like 5 months later, right? So the podcast is new as of February.
Yep.
And then so not even, we're still at like the 9-month mark. And then the channel's like a little over a year old.
Yep.
Dude, when I think about 2020 and like everything that's happened and all this other crap, I think about what this room looked like before like 5 months ago, with like another computer, the microphone, like all the other crap that's in here. And I think about the first episode that we recorded where I sat in a chair in the dark and like talked to myself with no mic. Like it is astonishing. Like it is unbelievable how in like 6 or 8 months, like how much has happened. And I think about the guests that we had, Christine Fisher, Busby, Aaron from Wu Tungsten. Like I did not even know that any of that existed, when we first started this, and some of it didn't.
Yep.
In my world, like Busby did not exist. It is unbelievable that this podcast exists and looks and feels like it does today. Didn't have Chaws, like unreal.
Yeah,
Unreal.
Exactly. Like it's gone from nothing to something. I would say still on its way to something better, obviously. We want to push this thing as far as we possibly can. In a perfect world, I'd do this full time. I don't know about you. Would you do this full time?
No, these guys are not that cool. Yeah, of course I would. Like, what? I mean, like I said, like we talked about, like how do you, like short of just like cutting all ties, and then going out and just like doing something, how do you build something that is going to last? How do you build something that is enjoyable for you to do? And then let's connect with people, which is like the whole reason we started the podcast, like the channel and everything else. And like this has been a blast. It's a ton of work.
Yeah.
There are times when my wife and I just want to go to bed, but it doesn't happen, right? But it's awesome. I mean, honestly, it's been a ton of fun, and I wouldn't trade it. It's been great.
Yeah. So it's been a wild ride for sure, and it's just the start, which is a crazy thing. The thing that I think about is like this is like a part-time job where we're doing 20+ hours a week between filming, and that doesn't count if we go fishing for 8 to 12 hours in a day for multiple days. But it's like 20 hours of filming, editing, uploading, all that stuff. But like my effective hourly rate is 5 cents an hour, which is fantastic. It just shows that like if it's something that I really like doing, like I'm okay with that. I don't care.
Absolutely.
I'll take 2,000 negative comments and keep plowing. We haven't had 2,000 negative comments, but I could brush those off, no problem, because I just like doing it. It's just a lot of fun. And there's so many positive comments. It's like, who cares? Like 1 in 5,000 comments is negative. It's great. Like we can put the work in and enjoy it. So it's something I want to keep doing for a long time. So I've definitely learned that this year. It's great. I just noticed B Dooley asked how we all met, which is let me take you down memory lane, sir.
Well, we could talk about how we could talk about how Chaz came in the picture.
Yeah, so Chaz came on the scene out of the freaking blue. What episode was that by?
Is it like
20 episodes in, Chaz? So Chaz was just like, he listened to the episodes.
He's like, you guys suck and need a lot of
he just messaged me and was like, your technology is terrible. The audio upload is crap. He just criticized and trashed. No, he didn't. It was actually really nice. He was just like, hey man, I kind of do this for a living. I'd be willing to help you out. And I was like, I'll say it here. And I never told Chaz this. I was like, this is BS. Like this is just a random message. This guy's not for real. He's not serious. This isn't. He doesn't want to help.
Wants a password, and then he's out of here with my credit card.
It was so early in the show. I was like, whoa, this can't be real. Oh my gosh, John Woo, are you serious right now, man? Come on now, $10 from John Woo. Cheers. That's so awesome. Now the hourly rate is increased to
5.3 cents.
5.1111 cents. Repeating, of course. So, thanks, brother. Thank you so much. All right. So, I thought Chaz was not real, and then I messaged him back just because why not? I think my wife told me. I was like, hey, should I message this guy and like ask him if he will do this thing? And she was like, yeah, why wouldn't you? I don't understand what's wrong with you. And I was like, okay, fine. So I messaged him. We got to talking. We hopped on a call. We like started hashing things out. And then the dude's freaking producing, and we need to start paying him somehow. As soon as our effective hourly rate goes up. So yeah, Chaz has been amazing. Appreciate you, brother. You're there. You can hear us. He really changed the game up. And because we went live, he made us go live. We weren't gonna go live. Like Paul and I were just like he was saying, he was just talking to himself in the corner of his office. We were just like in the dark, like, hey man, you want to do a podcast? And we just like record a stupid episode and upload it. And then Chaz
thanks for calling the episode stupid. Thanks, bro.
Oh, they were stupid. Don't listen to episodes.
All so bad.
I'm just kidding.
Actually, Fast Facts is still banging.
Fast Facts was like number 6.
Fast Facts is still banging.
It's down there. Yeah. So yeah, Chaz made us go live, and I can't tell you guys how freaking fun this is. I love it. It's so fun. I'm happy we did it. I'll never go back. It's just amazing. How many have you done live? It's been like 15, 20 live.
It's got to be more than that.
Or?
It's got to be closer to 20, 25. Yeah.
Fantastic. I love every minute of it. So yeah, that was a huge win this year.
Huge.
We also connected with like tons of important people this year that like own businesses and things that are super cool, and that's been amazing. I
would agree, and I think that was kind of the idea, right? You're basically just gonna like, I'm just gonna insert myself like into fishing stuff. The original question though was, how did the 3 of us meet? So that was how all 3 of us became 3 of us, but we started as 2 of us.
How did Paul and I meet?
Yeah.
I have never met this loser in my life.
This guy just showed up one day on my computer and was like, bro, I heard you like fish.
You want to do a podcast? Let's do a podcast. Yeah, so
we're already live.
We met, yeah. It's currently live. Nobody's watching. It's fine. We met like a long time ago. I would say 2007.
We said 6 or 7, yeah.
Yeah, I think we mentioned it before. So 2007, I transferred from Oakland University to Michigan State. Where did you transferred to, didn't you? CMU to Michigan State. So yeah, we met at Michigan State. We played rugby together there. Met on the
That's
rugby.
how we met.
Literally, like after practice, I was like, "Hey, bro." He was like, "Sup, bro?" I was like, "All right, let's be friends." Cool.
Sup, bro? Well, we also, the thing was, so one of my other, he's like, I have there's like a tier of like, 10 people who are all in best friend status, and then there's like everyone else who's not. And in the tier of best friend status, my buddy Cooch is in there, and the 3 of us, Jeff, you lived right next to Cooch.
Mm-hmm.
I lived. This was in Michigan State in college. I lived 1 floor or 2 floors above. So we were all in the same dorm. We lived effectively 60 feet from each other or less. And then, so that was like, what we used to do was we had parties all the time. But Thursdays were a big one, like after practice, because you still were like 2 days removed from game day, which is Saturday.
Yep.
So Thursdays we were allowed to party. So we would all go to the rugby house, but we knew we were all going to the same place, and we were all starting in the same place. So we used to go down to Jeff's room because he had Rock Band, and we would play Rock Band, drink Monsters mixed with Dad Juice, and it was, I don't know if Dad Juice actually.
Dad Juice is a terrible term. Don't ever use that term again.
Terrible.
Never.
Demonetized immediately. I would say we'll just call it was vodka, cheap vodka and Monsters. And man, I'm here to tell you, my heart was thumping. And because you got like Holy Diver solo, and then you've also got like 2 cans of Monster, and then you're mixing your uppers with your downers.
Don't do it, kids. Don't ever do it.
There was a lot to handle. But that was like the genesis. So that's how we originally met. I ended up in Jeff's wedding. Drove him to the chapel, actually. Fun fact.
We took shots of Jaeger behind.
Yeah, that's right.
Before we walked
10
out.
feet from the altar.
It was pretty fantastic. I got all of the groomsmen in my wedding. We got them flasks with their names on them and like a fun saying. I don't remember. What was your fun saying?
Rage! Exclamation point.
Rage! Exclamation.
I still have it.
That's facts. And we filled them with Jaeger, and then I got married. So things
made it through, no issues.
Oh yeah, and
also stunning.
My stepdad bought a keg for the wedding, and Paul just took it home.
Oh, that's right. Fun fact: we need to do an episode on like underrated talents, like miscellaneous talents that you have. Mine is I will work a wedding. You get me into a room of weddings. I have been handed at my dad got remarried, and this was a couple years ago. The DJ came up to me, after the wedding, gave me his card and said, "If you ever want to work a wedding, just let me know."
Yeah. Yes.
Just
I
saying.
love it. And you got me this, which was recently introduced to the channel.
For the wedding.
This is, for those of you not watching on YouTube, this is a Buddha statue. This was actually requested by my wife and Paul.
Zen AF.
So zen, bro. So zen.
But yeah, so that's how we originally met. But the fishing didn't come in until
a couple years after.
8 years later. I mean, it was 6 years later. It was like we had both graduated.
Went away and came back. He went to Minnesota and then came back, and I think I was living here, so it was 5-6 years ago, right?
So
about
like
6 years ago.
13, 14.
Yeah, I mean, like I've had fishing around me my whole life. I've just never really like been into it, and I had like my old fishing gear here, and I knew you were into fishing at that time. You and Cooch have been fishing and starting into fly fishing maybe for like a year or two at that point. You had been fishing while you were living elsewhere. So I was like, hey, I got like this lake here. I'm pretty sure there's fish in it. Do you want to go catch some of them? And then we went out and we plugged like 30 bluegill and then catch, clean, and cooked them, man. And I was like, I'm hooked. I'm in. Let's do this thing forever. So then we just started going fishing all the time.
It was stupid fun. We actually we parked the kayaks on the bank right in front of some beds, and we were just plugging them. That was a good time.
Yeah, it was rad. So there's your long story long version of how we met.
Yep.
Sick. What about some trips from this year? What was like your favorite trip that we took this year, hands down?
I think even though I was exhausted and dead at the end, I think my favorite trip was I'm just going to call it the Pike trip.
Which one? The multi-chain lake?
Yes.
The huge chain of lakes? Yeah, that was pretty amazing. So that one was like, well, first of all, we drove up and the lightning storm. It wasn't raining. Well, it was raining for like 5 seconds, but then it was like just lightning everywhere. So the sky was just blazing. We're rolling up at like 11 p.m. to the campsite that everybody has occupied, every single campsite. We drove around for a while looking. We got to the exit. We're like, we're screwed. What are we going to do? Last spot was at the ramp. and we just
So
like
that was the best part. So and we had hammocks. We were like, well, we're just gonna do hammocks. I'm not gonna bring a. Sometimes I bring a backup tent. This is another episode. I bring a backup tent just in case there's no suitable trees at the campsite. Last campsite, like literally, the gate is not even 20 yards from the site. There are suitable trees for hammocks, and it is maybe 50 yards. No, it's 30 yards from the launch. I was like, what? And then it was only like maybe 50 yards from the bathroom, maybe like 30 yards from the bathroom the other way. Yeah. I was like, why is no one here? This is like this is the premium site.
And it was no neighbors because like we had enough, like we had the entrance to the place. And then on the other side was the road, and then on the other side was like woods, and then one other side was far removed from us, a camper. We're like, neat. This is perfect. But yeah, that was we were hammering pike on spinnerbaits and chatterbaits after like a good long day, which we caught fish in the beginning and then didn't catch fish for a very long time. But the chain of lakes was so cool because you could like just go through these giant lily pad sections to a whole nother lake and then a tiny pond over here. And then it branched over here. And it would have been cool if the bait shop was open, but there was a bait shop on the water and it wasn't open. Right. It was 3 years closed. But
I feel like if you knew that area too, because fishing it new was difficult because it took a long time to get anywhere. So you'd get tired and cranky by the time you got somewhere. You'd fish it, you wouldn't catch anything, or the wind would be like bonkers because we were getting 18 to 25 mile per hour winds.
Oh, it was nuts.
And it would just break your spirit because you're like, now I gotta go against the wind and through these lily pads where there are no fish. Like the trails that connect all the no fish, but man, when we hit the jackpot, we just hit it. And then after that, I mean, we were able to catch fish. Even when we hit a little bit of a dry spot the next morning, still got into some pike. Wasn't the best spot in the world, but it was a lot of fun, and then the filming was fun. So it was just that was a fun trip, cool spot. Was not that bad of a drive. It's good food. It was a good day.
Yeah, and it ended up being a decent amount of. It was like 3 videos. We got to eat camp meals, which was pretty neat, pretty interesting, I would say. Oh yeah. There's a video. You guys can watch it. They're not that great. Don't highly recommend.
Oh.
I mean, some are decent. The oatmeals were cool, just as a spectacle, and the fact that they were
fun and convenient, and they had silverware,
salt, pepper packet, like a napkin. I mean, it's 3 Michelin star meal in a bag, basically.
Or 2.5. That was a good trip. I will say we had, I think the best fishing trip we had though was on the river when it was super low.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be either that day or really early in the spring where we got on the same stretch river and we just beat the tar out of them.
Yeah, I would say mostly the river trips were probably my peak favorite moments. So anything that says Grand River on YouTube, they were pretty fantastic.
Except for that one day.
There was 1, maybe 2 days that were not high producing, but
No.
Oh, that wasn't the Grand River.
I know, but it was the river.
It was I could say flat because our boy Ted was on last week talking about the flat. It's now a known river.
All I'm saying is it was the river trip and it was not epic. Well, it was epic. Epically brutal.
Let's just say the word disaster was in the title and
go look up that video.
The thumbnail was me with my face in my hands as I remember ruining my bank account. So.
That was painful.
Oh, here's another one. F's in chat for my brand new Dobbins spinning rod that I threw overboard with my Fluger President XD reel. R.I.P. Newly lined. God dang it.
I will.
So terrible. And I broke my hobby.
I broke a rod that day too. My HMG.
You did. I got that on your camera. Caught it because you had the front camera, and you went to cast, and like for some reason you came low on your cast and just hit the tip of this rod, and it just snapped off. And then from my camera, while you're pissed off fixing that, I was catching smallmouth.
I know. I was there.
But you got redemption later. You were catching them after I was parked crying.
And I caught that like 18-incher. That was a nice fish.
I was just over there like remembering my near-death experience as well as my lost rod. Just literally just done for the day. Nothing else happened for me that day.
You know what else was a cool moment though? Double up on the frog. I don't know if you remember that. We were at that little that lake that was only dinks, and we were way back in the muck.
So that lake was surprisingly phenomenal for me because it was a buddy of ours.
10 inches or less.
10 inches or less. Phenomenal if you just want to catch numbers. But it's a buddy of ours who lived in that area, and he was like, oh yeah, there's like this tiny pond. Nobody goes there. And I don't know if you remember.
There were like 8 people there.
When we got there were 0 people there. And then there were 8 people there. And when we left, there was 100 people there. we were dragging our yaks out, just like dodging people. And this was
right. There were bank dudes everywhere. Yeah, that's right.
It was the beginning of the pandemic. Like we were like, stay away. Oh no, dangerous.
Back off, get away.
We're just like dodging people. It was so bad. But at one point in that day, we were like, let's go over here. And then we went over to that little pocket. And we're just casting frogs. We're like, they got to be bait. They're here.
It was like on the 3rd cast.
Yeah, I think you got yours first, and then I was out there, and I was like, oh, neat. And then I just felt my line go from slack to taut, and I was like, yep. And then we doubled up, and that was fantastic. Yeah, that was a good moment. I love that one.
That was pretty rad. I will also say we had another double up. That was like I caught a 19.5-inch smallmouth, and Jeff, not even like what. 10 seconds later, just rocked like an 18.5-incher. That was
the one. I think we talked about it last week because we were talking river fishing, and I just hear woo like from 500,000 yards away, and then I just like hooked into one. That was nuts. That was one of those amazing days. I think we both caught, I don't know, 25, 30 fish.
Every fish was 16 plus.
Yeah.
And we found a murder stretch. And that wasn't even the best day, I don't think. It was the best day for size, but I don't think it was the best. It wasn't the best day for numbers on that stretch. We came back like 3 or 4 months later and just blasted it. So I would, yes, absolutely.
It was embarrassing for the fish. We'll just say that. We just absolutely hammered them. I'll also say the first podcast episode was a great trip. When we went ice fishing.
That was so fun.
Mostly because that first day we went to the not as big lake in Michigan. Then we went to the way bigger lake in Michigan the next day, which was way better. But the not as big lake, it was like 30-mile-an-hour winds just blowing icicles into your eyeballs. And I could not find that video of you chasing that can. Like I'm so sad.
It's really unfortunate.
Yeah, there was a moment where Paul's empty Bud Latte.
I form tackled a Bud Light.
It was just flying away. So he had to catch his dad pop so he didn't litter. And that was phenomenal footage that I wish I had, but it's gone. It's gone. It might be on my GoPro. I don't know. Maybe I should search my GoPro files. But
you probably should.
At any rate, fantastic trip. Caught lots of fishies. Caught some great perch. Caught a giant crappie, which was for me amazing. It was my first crappie through the ice because I was new to ice fishing this year. And
that catch is going to be the reason that I start bringing a scale with me.
Agreed.
That probably would have pushed 2 pounds.
Yeah, no, 100%. That was huge. I was like, I thought I was just being an idiot, and I like hooked on the ice because the ice was like 12, 13 inches thick. And I was like, oh, I'm just caught on the ice. I was like, and it's moving upwards, and it's a crappie. And then I just lifted it. I was like, let's go.
I will also say, like, one thing that I just forget happened and I kind of take for granted was we both bought unbelievably expensive kayaks within 20 minutes of each other.
Yes, that was a pretty phenomenal moment.
I really wish we were more.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, I wish we were more experienced, like as experienced now with filming as we were back then, because I think we could have done so much more with that purchase.
Yeah.
That was bonkers though.
Yeah, that was it was a really fun episode to put out there. I didn't expect it to be like, oh yeah, everybody like check out these really expensive kayaks, but for us in that moment was just like pure bliss. It was amazing. I got to trade in because I had the Hobie 12, I got to trade that in. I was like, okay, bye, baby. See you later. And I was like, let's go, girl, with the new one. Like, let's get out of here. It was so fantastic. And yeah, like just we got to unbox yours and completely put it together wrong. That was fun. And then you got so mad about it, but it was like one little pin that we forgot.
Unreal.
It's fixed now, guys. Don't worry. But yeah, like that was amazing. And you went from paddle kayak to a Hobie 360, which was like Back to the Future episode 2.
It really is. It's not really fair to say, like, because I was going to make like a car analogy where you're like, oh, I went from like a Geo Tracker to like a Corvette Stingray or whatever. But it's not really fair. It would be kind of like driving a vintage Mustang, like a 68 Mustang that is amazing, and then graduating to like, an $80,000 Sierra High Country or something. Like, yeah. You're definitely upgrading, but it's totally different. It's not the same boat because the pedal aspect of things, but you're getting 360 drive and all the other cool stuff. But what I had was pretty great. Like, I had an awesome boat, and I do miss that boat. Like, there are times where I'm like, man, that thing on the river was hard to beat going downstream.
Yeah.
But I will say, golly, that boat is freaking awesome. And now that it's like, now that it's like 80% like the way I want it, I still have some duck hunting work to do on it, but the fishing aspect is like good to go. The thing is just ridiculous.
Yeah, no, that was phenomenal. So Chaz has a time to throw out, and I think he's pinning this on Paul's birthday when we went fishing.
Yep. How could
on
I
the
forget?
river, which was a solid day, but you chose to fly fish the whole day, and the answer was
yeah, it did not.
The answer was Ned Rig. The answer was Ned Rig only. It actually didn't matter what I Ned rigged that day because I tried the new Nico baits. Well, they were new at the time, the Craw from Nico baits. Nikko, if you guys want to look them up. It's like an Elastec alternative, but they're really expensive. That's the only problem. But they do work. Caught one on that. Shark deuce all day pretty much, and then tried a few different ones just to test them out. I think I threw like a white Sakoshi bug from 10,000 Fish and a few other things, but they were just biting literally anything on the bottom on a Ned rig. And Paul was fly fishing bait fish patterns mostly, and they weren't biting.
I got my ass handed to me.
But
I said it.
you did shotgun a dad pop on film. It was in the flick. It stayed in the flick. So that was good. Which I think Chaz called me out in chat and says I have to do one on my birthday now, which is in April, y'all. So it's coming.
I'll do one too.
I mean,
gotta do it.
not gonna cry about it. It'll be all right. So yeah. Yes.
Well, Chaz will, by the
in.
time the pixels and light go from like my camera to Chaz's, he'll have shotgun 3, and I will have just been like,
ooh, no, that's the fair trade. So Chaz does 3, and they have to start out clean, untapped. Like he can't cut the hole in them or anything.
You could just, it's still not.
And we'll each have one.
You'd have to do tall boys just
to
even both of us combined. It's not fair.
Exactly. If you guys don't know, Chaz can shotgun a beer faster than
I can take a breath. Look, he's already done.
Yeah, he just did it.
Stupid.
It's like breathing. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, some people are born with like magic talents. Mine is I can work a wedding like nobody's business. Like if you want to have a good time, invite me. Chaz is like if you need a case to disappear because like whoever's checking your dorm room is gonna come and tell you to empty your beer cans out, just give them a case to Chaz. They'll be gone by the time he knocks.
Don't Borrow the Fishing Machine says Edward 40 hands for us. No, not fair because Chaz has probably played that.
How am I supposed to reel? Okay.
I can't fish this way. That's it.
In college, in my fraternity, we had to do that. It took me 10 minutes. And that was because I was dicking around half of it.
Oh my gosh, Chaz.
I would just kick back, get a lawn chair, turn on like what did we watch? What did people watch when we were in college? People watch stuff like Jersey Shore. I'd watch Jersey Shore.
Yes, it was the reality show.
Yeah,
that was the era that we went to college in.
We had a Jersey Shore party one time.
We did. Like that's how real that was. Are you kidding me?
In the world.
Ridiculous.
All right,
this is the life we lived.
What else? Yeah. What else? What was there anything else like giant in 2020?
I don't know. We teamed up with Monster Bass.
Monster Bass.
Kind of.
We got We got the old swag rolling, which is
The
actually really
logo
cool.
from your brother.
The logo. The logo went back and forth many times. We had many.
The
Jeff
fish detail ones.
Look behind Jeff. Jeff is this way, right?
Which way
Yeah.
am I?
So I'm pointing at Jeff. If you look behind him, your head's in the way. Move your head. You can actually see the BurlyFishing fish back there. That's essentially, Jeff's like, this is what we want. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. So I started drawing different versions of that. And my brother does graphic design, like as his side gig. Started drawing them for us. And I was like, dude, I like could literally point out 45 brands that have the exact same logo in a different color. Like, this is never going to work. And then I just basically chatted my brother and I was like, just make it look good. Like 13 minutes later, like zero effort, we get the freaking Glory Hoss. Not even trying. And it looks awesome. I love it. And he came. He made
the podcast logo too.
Yeah. And it is, I'm kind of like, I feel like the channel is like jealous of the podcast is like, or they're reverse jealous. I feel like the channel wishes it had the podcast logo, but it's a little busy, but it's freaking awesome. I feel like that's tattoo worthy.
Oh, is that a 2021 clickbait video that you're talking about right now?
Nah, bro.
or do we go clickbait for 2021 is we tried fishing while playing Edward 40 Hints?
That's like how long does it take me to drink 240s? That's like a good 4-minute video.
Then what? I tried fishing with 40s taped to my hands.
Whack.
Terrible ideas.
It could work.
So yeah, we partnered up with Monster Bass. We got a sick deal there. You're on pro staff. We get to work with a ton of amazing creators. Part of the cool things for 2021, I'm gonna throw it out here.
Are we moving? Are we switching? I'm ready to switch.
Oh yeah.
So to 2-1.
2-1 because you all want to be thinking about it. 2021.
No, everything stops. Dunbar called out the t-shirts. I have a point to make.
Okay.
The point by Dunbar was the material on the fishing shirts is super nice. I already know what shirt you have. You have I already know the brand shirt that you got.
Next level. Tribe
that shirt on purpose because that shirt I have like 3 or 4 of them. Yeah. It doesn't matter what's on it. They're my favorite shirt. It's a great shirt. It's fantastic. And we were like, oh, we could get a cheaper one. No. We're getting it.
I'll say this too. There's a ton of different designs and there's more freedom that we can have with this. You guys will see it on YouTube below, like the merch store. That's from Teespring. It's all right. I'm going to put it right here.
It's
the
fine.
Shirts, I went for their highest quality shirts, which I think I got the podcast one recently, which is like their next level. It's like a cotton blend. It's pretty comfortable. Their low level shirts were terrible, so we don't use those. I wish they came in some different colors, but I think that they're pretty good for the options that we get. The hoodie is super comfortable, and their face mask I wear all the time. If you guys need a face mask, just saying.
Unless it doesn't show up.
But unfortunately, they don't do hats. So if you guys want the most comfy option, you actually should go to monsterbass.com.
That's what I was going to say.
We have a collection page there now, too, so you can check it out. But there's shirts and hats, and those are the ones that we wear like all the time. Like I think I'm wearing it right now.
Dude,
oh, my God. Look at that.
Burly
fishing. Yep. Waterlands. All right. So, yeah. Anyway, so for 2021, what I can tell you guys is that I don't know what that John Woo says. Also, you drop WTF. Oh, I can't talk about that, man. But anyways, disregard that comment. So for 2021, what I can tell you guys is there's going to be a lot more collaborations. I don't know, as the world opens up, and even before it does, like we're just going to make it happen. But there are going to be some channel collaborations. They're in the works. We're asking people, they're asking us. It's going to go down. So you can expect a lot of that, a lot more cross-channel good contamination. But it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to go fish with other people that, I don't know, maybe have boats with motors on them. That'd be cool. Oh, thanks, bro. So Chaz posted in the chat. Check it out. But yeah, so we'll be collaborating a lot more, which means we're going to travel a lot more because guess how many of those fishermen that we know live in Michigan? 2. What? Yeah. Two, right?
Two.
Two. Yeah. There's a couple of our buddies that don't have channels, but are like tourney fishermen or like own shops or fly shops. So we can go hang out with them too. It's less of a collaboration, more of a feature them on our channel, which is a lot of fun. Anyways, we're going to do that too. We're going to meet with as many people as we friggin' can. Because I don't know about you guys, but I kind of like people. And I get energy from people, and I kind of want to go hang out with people. And this year has been literally the worst for that. Like, what a year to start a channel when one of the best ways you can grow a YouTube channel, I don't know if you guys know this, is collaboration. And it's really hard to do that
when you can't collaborate.
You can't collaborate. Like, so I don't know. Yeah. Some other channels are doing it really well. We're gonna start doing that next year, so you can expect that. If you guys have any channels you want us to cold call, because we'll do it. Like, trust us, we'll do it. Let us know. Oh, he's already requested it. So yeah. And he lives 10 minutes away from Chaz, so that's going down. He's on the MB team. That's an easy win. We're gonna go fish with him, and that also puts us close to if we want to go see some boys, northern Texas area or something like that. Gosh dang it, Chris Shue, cheers. What is your bright spot?
I just refilled. That's my guy. Wait, I'm up here.
Where's my cheers? Wrong camera. All right, so Chris Shue, thank you for the $5, bro. You're awesome.
Dude, seriously. I gotta keep
bright
going,
spot. Bright spot. So Chris Shue asks, what is your bright spot, Jeff and Paul? I feel like I've been talking about a lot of bright spots. This has been such a positive episode.
It is.
You get to reminisce on the cool stuff.
I'll be honest. My bright spot, I feel like grinding is an understatement this year. There have been, because of COVID and the way my job interacts with it, I have been working my butt off, plus doing everything else. Honestly, my wife has been an absolute champ. Like, I have a not even 2-year-old. We actually are expecting another one next year, and she has put up with, like, you guys don't know how many hours. If it's not staying up till 11 o'clock at night, writing episodes or writing for the blog or trying to figure out things that I don't know how to do. She's put up with me having to buy computers and cameras and microphones and kayaks and like all kinds of stuff. And every time that we're out fishing, she's at home taking care of my son. So it's like, honestly, I would be tapped out to the absolute 12 out of 10 every day if it weren't for that. So that one is actually really easy for me.
Yeah, that's a good one. I've had some crazy stuff happen with my career this year, hence the effort that I put into this channel. So I would say my bright spot, ditto. No copying, but yeah, like my family supporting, being behind me, understanding the sort of shift and change. I don't know if you guys know this, but like I work with gym owners. That's like my main gig. Some people ask me sometimes. So like I work with gym owners. Do you guys know how awesome this year has been for gym owners? Not awesome. So, things change. It's been rough. Having this channel has been a great bright spot. And then having my family be behind me, my wife supporting me through, why though? I don't understand why.
Dude, you guys know what it's like when you go and if you're with somebody, if you go try and approach your significant other and you're like, hey, can I go buy something that's really expensive that's only for me and just for fun and I can only use half the year? And they're like, shut up. Imagine doing that like every 20 minutes and then also being like at least once a week. Also, I will not be around for all of the day. Let me know what's for dinner. And then just do that forever.
Oh,
dude, it is so unreal.
Good. It's so fun.
Yeah. So that is an absolute hands down no brainer. Tons of amazing things happen. All of it gets eclipsed by the fact that like the only reason it's possible is because I get help. So no brainer, man. And my wife has a full-time job, so she is also pulling double duty.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we both got kids. I got 2. Paul's got 1 with 1 on the way. I mean, we got busy.
I've like 1.3, something like that.
Yeah, you have 1 and a third. 1.3 repeating of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, appreciate the question, man.
I do too.
Appreciate shouting that out, man. And you guys, like, this is why I asked that every time I did the giveaways this year, and we're gonna change it up, but I'm gonna keep that positive vibe. Like, I love asking you guys about your bright spots too. It's a lot of fun, and I read literally every single one of the comments.
Same.
You know how many comments I read this year? I don't know, 15,000 probably, like, at least.
I read every single one as well, even though people don't know who's like favoriting their stuff or know who I am. I go through and I read every single one of those too.
If you get a random like from somebody named, what are you on YouTube?
I think it's just my name.
_J
Underscore Max. I do.
Gosh.
Everyone. I will say this too. So Jeff was talking about doing collaborations next year for the channel, and I think people should be really excited about that because, like, Jeff and I together is fun. Jeff and I together for like a couple of days with somebody else who's like jacked up to go fishing is gonna be dumb. I mean, it's just gonna be stupid fun.
Yeah.
On top of that, you're on here for the podcast content at this moment. We are making some changes to the podcast. We are going to, without getting into too much detail, we're going to partner with a company called the Waypoint Outdoor Collective. They are a like massive collection of podcasts. The reason that's a big deal is it means we're going to change our platform. So everything that happens in the background is on a platform. It collects all of our like data and downloads and all that sort of thing and helps us make good decisions. But we're going to switch the platform to work with them. They take all that information. They basically say, we will give you some ads and we'll help you monetize your podcast. Now, yes, it means a couple of ads for you guys getting inserted. We get to choose the ones that go on there. So we will try and keep, we've already talked about some limits on before and after the podcast, how much is going to be on there. And we're only going to pick stuff that we think is that we would like expect to see on a podcast that's an outdoor podcast. But those ads mean we can do way more, like go on trips, like buy more gear, like make a better podcast. The other thing it does is it really helps justify all the time that we put into it so that we can continue to do it. But the biggest thing it's going to let us do too is it's going to open up a whole world of guests for us. So, you know, getting guests is very hard, especially during tournament season, like in the summertime. And then in the wintertime, and, you know, even in the wintertime, people down south are still fishing, especially kayak anglers. So it can be very difficult to like arrange for guests. And we're going to get like the amount of guests is going to be great, but it's like a huge breadth. So we're going to get saltwater anglers, we're going to get big boat guys, we're going to get big tournament guys, we're going to get people who run other podcasts, and I think it's really going to help enhance the show and give you guys more of what you want. So I am that actually starts next month, so I'm actually absolutely jacked up for that. And then it also lets us give you better deals because we're going to try and set up we're going to set up deals with companies that you know and love already, like Waterland and Monster Bass to start with. We're going to be trying to bring you some more content from them. So you know, it's kind of the next step in the evolution of the BurlyFishing podcast. I'm honestly just so pumped to kind of evolve the podcast for you guys.
It's like,
and we're still gonna have the lives. We're still gonna do the videos. Like none of that goes away. That's like the best part.
Yeah, and the lives won't have those ads. It's gonna be on the audio version. But it's like the podcast is growing up. It's gonna be a big boy now. So Chaz would like to share a bright spot as well. So we're going to bring him on here for this. Unmute yourself, guy.
All right. So for me, my bright spot is actually just my fiance in general. Before like all this, I used to travel around the world doing this for a living while in college, which sucked a lot. But once I moved here to Oklahoma, I moved halfway across the country because this is where my fiance is originally from. No work because I gave up that to be with my fiance. Then started working as an English teacher for high school students. Lost that job because our high school was like, when it came to COVID, one teacher taught the entire grade for English instead of us having multiple teachers. Lost that. Then I reached out to Paul and Jeff because I seen their videos, knew how they could improve.
They needed some help.
because I used to do this for a living. But like she was there for like the 6 months. I didn't have a job. Started doing work for them. Major point in my life, like in all honesty. So I just want to have her as my bright spot.
That's awesome, brother. I
Cheers.
appreciate it. Yeah, cheers to that. Thank you, Chaz, from behind the camera, changing the show to make it not terrible or less terrible, mostly.
There's a couple of things for 2021 that I know I've been looking forward to. So we talked about it a little bit when we were talking about smallmouth, and so like one of the things that I am really pumped to do is I have a place on Lake St. Clair on the Canadian side. Right now the border is closed. Right now the border is closed, so I cannot can't go there. But
Shut up, Chaz.
Chaz can. He's got his ways. He's allowed to go, but that doesn't do me any good. That doesn't do Jeff any good either. So I'm really hoping that, you know, once the vaccine makes its way through the country, sometime hopefully in the spring, but at a minimum sometime in the summer, we'll be able to get up there, and that will help out. I mean, that the level of content that we're gonna be able to do is unbelievable, and it's not just smallmouth fishing. It's pike,
everything.
It's muskie, it's burbot, it's like gar. I cannot wait to do gar. I really want to do some bow fishing. Like there is so much that we can do when you have like a home base that's like 10 feet from the water and your boat's already in the water. I just walleye. There's troll. Like it just doesn't
insane.
end with St. Clair. So that's gonna be freaking cool, man. I cannot wait to do that. I just cannot wait.
The best part is that I've never been there, and like my best shot at getting there was creating a fishing YouTube channel. And then the year that I did that, there was a gosh dang global pandemic.
Brutal.
It's just ridiculous.
The other thing that's nice,
why?
The other thing that's nice too is like Haley can go, you know, have like a home base that's there where we can be there, and then, you know, we have a place to sleep. That's not 3 hours away. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, that is something I cannot wait for. Like that'll be fantastic. Some fun content, some catch, clean, and cook, some multi-species.
Oh yeah. Anybody in chat ever heard of Lake St. Clair? I have to assume that people know about this, right? Like it's probably it's got to be like it's got to be top 5 fisheries in North America.
Oh, for sure. I think so.
Right? It's got to be.
Yeah. So I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. We definitely got that coming up. So collaborations. What's that, Chaz? You don't need a license?
Oh, Chaz doesn't need it. Yeah.
Chaz is super cool.
Chaz got special access. I do need a license. I pay for it every year. Next year, though, I may not. I usually go for the conservation license, which is like the conservation license it's half the cost, but it also has half the limits. So like a one-man limit of walleye would be 6. Now it's 3, just as an example. Yeah. Which doesn't do it. People catch and keep. It only applies to catch and keep.
Yep.
Period. But I don't know. Next year I might not have to. If I'm out there that much and we're trolling, I might be getting some. I might be limited out in some walleyes, man.
Yeah, we might need that regular license. We might need something else. But yeah, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. So we got some cool trips that we're gonna be planning once the world opens its doors again, right? We'll be collaborating with more cool people. They'll be on both podcast and on videos. That'll be a lot of fun. We got some new brands. We've told you guys since the beginning, we're only going to work with brands that we believe in, that we've spoken to, we've tried stuff out on, you know, and so far there's only been Monster Bass, Woo Tungsten, which isn't even really a collaboration or partnership or brand ambassadorship. We're just pro staff on that. So that's not, I don't even count that one. We just get a stinking discount, but I do like using their stuff. And then we got Waterlands. So Waterlands brand new. We're going to be wearing their stuff in a lot of our videos. That's super cool. That's one of our biggest collaborations yet. There might be some other ones in the work. I don't know. I'll let you guys know as soon as I get like more concrete details. I don't want to let anything slip right now before I commit to anything else. But one of the coolest things that I want to put out from this year going into next year is the P.O. box. Like I've already gotten a ton of stuff sent to me for unboxings on the channel. Shout outs to Midwest Warriors bait and tackle, as well as Seasons tackle. A lot of you guys have reached out to me, said like, I make baits, can I send them to you? That's super cool. I love hearing that from you guys. I really appreciate it. We started posting the PO box in the descriptions on the video. Chaz just posted it in chat. So if you want to send anything, I can't promise you it'll get its own video unboxing if it's like, say, a set of plastics or like one type of bait or whatever, but I will unbox it in a video. What I'm thinking is smaller bait boxes or whatever. I could probably do 3 or 4 of those in one video. So, don't feel like you have to send a lot. Don't feel like you have to send anything. I just think it's amazing that anybody sends anything. This has been a crazy year. Like I said, we've had Akuma sent us stuff. And by the way, guys, if you notice, I had a right hand reel in that video. Hang on. Guess what Akuma did? They emailed me after watching the video and said, my bad, sending you a left-hand reel. So I just want to say shout outs, number 1, for that. Number 2, for me being an idiot and reading their address as Ontario, Canada, and it's California.
California, Brad.
The other CA, not important. So your boy Chaz is right here behind the camera pretending to reel, because guess who's getting my right-hand retrieve? That dude right there. You say we don't pay you, bro. I'm sending you an $89 reel. Like,
it's $89.99.
That's the value of a quarter of an episode worth of production.
Yeah.
Oh, you get hats. Sometimes we send them hats. We send them Tackle Warehouse gift cards. Guys, we suck at paying Chaz.
Yeah, it's not ideal. We're not great.
One day, Chaz, we're gonna grow up big. We're gonna be a big channel, and we're gonna pay you big bucks. You just wait.
Yeah, you'll make $7 an hour.
That's like 1,000 times my effective hourly rate. Don't knock it.
More than that. We are.
Yes.
Fair. I will also say the other thing that I'm pretty pumped about is I still want to mix in some more hunting, and that's something that I still really want to do a little bit of. Like, again, as the channels both continue to grow, especially with getting some folks up that are on the Waypoint Collective. Like, I'm really excited about trying to put together some podcasts that have details on things that are. I mean, we love bass fishing. Everybody loves bass fishing. It's fantastic, but I really want to talk to some catfish guys. Like, talking to dudes who go deep water ice fishing. There's so much stuff that I'm just really pumped to get some legit pros on here to talk about. It's going to be freaking awesome.
Yeah. So there will be more variety, I guess we'll say. Like, the easiest thing to do this year was just go to lakes and rivers and bass fish, right? And then get the occasional pike. And we had some cool moments. We had some PBs, right? Well, that's, a decent chunk of PBs this year, right?
I have not PB'd pike this year.
I had 4 PBs this year.
I PB'd, as far as I know, bass. That 21 incher, that one did not end up on the video, but that was nuts.
How did that not end up on the video?
I was by myself in a rainstorm.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yes. And you started getting them on what? Topwater poppers?
Dude,
fly fishing?
No, topwater. It wasn't a popper though. It was the what's my favorite? The torpedo.
Dude. Yeah.
And it was instantaneous.
The mini torpedo?
Yeah. No, full size.
Oh, the big guy.
The giant.
Big guy. Yeah. So that's sweet. I PB'd my largemouth bass, my smallmouth bass, my pike, my crappie through ice, and I got my first largemouth bass through ice. And I guess if we're counting ice, that's cheating. But perch, bluegill, it was my first year ice fishing, so it's all PBs, guys. So this year, with my second year ice fishing, I'm super pumped about it. So that's the other thing you can expect in 2021 is ice fishing.
Huge.
And it's going to be great.
I'm just excited for people to see, because I don't think that people in the industry film ice fishing very well.
It looks boring.
It looks so boring.
Is it boring? Aren't you cold?
It's not, dude. It is so much fun, and I really want to. And we may not be the best at it. We're
gonna try, and
we're gonna do our best. And we're gonna get good at it, because it really does not. No one does it justice that I've seen yet. So I really want to try and do it. At least get closer to doing the activity some justice, because it is a heckin' good time.
Oh, for sure. So we're gonna liven up the ice fishing. I think it's gonna be fun. We actually I set out to record several ice. Oh no, I posted one. There's
Oh yeah,
one.
you did. They're out there.
There's like one or two on
They're
the
out
channel
there.
from way back in the day. They suck.
It's so bad
I
when
fell
you're
through the
alone,
ice
though.
one time.
Yeah,
It's
dude,
yeah.
we got work to do.
We're gonna meet up like we did for bass fishing and stuff this year. So it's gonna be like that. So you can expect well more than just a couple videos of us meeting up and ice fishing. We're gonna make it happen. We'll do the overtime. We'll get out there.
We're
We'll do the
getting
thing.
gear.
Yeah. So we're Chaz is just saying beer number 12. Shut up, Chaz. You're phenomenal. Thanks for everything, brother. Shut up. All right. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of fun stuff there. Fish in the Southeast just recommended shark fishing. He said come down and shark fish with me.
I mean, you're telling me I won't?
I mean, don't entice me with a good time. That sounds like fun. Getting an 8-foot shark from the beach really gets the blood pumping. No way. No way.
Surf fishing is something that it's totally foreign.
Yeah.
We
I would
have
be so dumb.
we have nothing that compares. Dude, all saltwater fishing. It's totally foreign.
Oh yeah. So I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, but we live in like the largest freshwater area there is, like Great Lakes. So it's salt free, no sharks.
I used to saltwater fish when I lived in California.
Oh dude. That's
Charles,
awesome.
I never lived in California, so never done that.
Neat. Chris Shue says toothy critters.
It's the best, dude. You know it. That's the only thing maybe we have in common is that we do have some things that if they bite you, it wouldn't be ideal. I cannot wait to show people some gar.
Oh yeah. All right. Has anybody in chat gone gar fishing? I haven't. I will be the noob in this situation. Chaz have?
We don't have gators.
Alligator gar,
We
dude.
just have regular gars. We don't have alligators. Those are the
All
30,
right.
20 footers, but
Who should we try to collaborate with in Louisiana? Hit us up with the down south boys, because I don't know them all where they live, but I'll start hitting them up.
They're up in like Tennessee too. I will also say, because they live in the river, I will also say this.
Yeah.
Let us know some things that you would like to see. I mean, we ask it all the time.
Oh yeah, please help.
But I mean, legitimately, like we have like ideas for 2021. Like there is no like we talked about how many videos you're gonna end up making. 100+ videos.
Yeah.
In a year. Like I'm not gonna fill all of those.
Probably.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna fill all those with just my ideas. So we legit look at every comment. I have a running list that I keep track of for each episode, and I keep track of all the stuff that we plan on doing, and we legit consult it. And so let us know some things that you'd want to see. They will make the list. I can't promise you everyone will get done, but they'll make the list, and we just work our way down. So let us know what you would like to see. I know, like, one of the things I really am, like, we talked about some of the things we're excited. I want to show some bow fishing so badly.
Ooh, timeout. Fishing with T-Man, $1.99 donation. Thank you, sir. He says, come sturgeon fishing with me.
Yes.
Up in Washington.
So do you guys do that with worms out in, like, the bays? Is that where
Very
you guys
curious. That's what I've heard. So fishing with T-Man, let us know how you do it. And yeah, we'll do that.
If you want me to wrangle a dinosaur, I'll do it. I'll wrestle.
I mean, I'm all about the dinosaurs. There was that time that we went muskie fishing and the sturgeon breached, and that was just dinosaur jumping out of the water. Oh my gosh. So good.
About dinosaurs, here in Oklahoma, we have paddlefish.
Yes, that too.
Yep.
When we do fishing with you in Oklahoma's worst, like that's for me the bucket list.
Yeah,
I want to eat one.
We have both alligator gar and paddlefish here.
Double freaking whammy, dude.
Dinosaurs only. I have eaten gar though, and that's something when we go gar fishing, I'm gonna eat them. They are tougher than you would possibly believe. The meat is. It is delicious. And I have an idea. I'm going to bring a wok to the cottage, and I'm going to marinate them in like vinegar, water, and salt, and then I'm gonna do them like you would do octopus, where you cut it up in those like oyster-sized pieces, and do them low and slow in butter. They're gonna be unstoppable.
I'm waiting. That's the other thing is if Paul and I can like meat on trips like that, we can almost guarantee catch and cooks. Like it's
If I have
extremely
time,
likely.
if I have time, that's what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Every night at the cottage, I'm throwing out bait at night on sinkers with worms, and I'm just trying to catch catfish. And I'm looking for a 14 to 16 incher that I can just throw in a foil pack in the fire.
You guys, we just broke a mile marker. Chris Yu just donated $20 freaking dollars.
I need to go get a beer.
I'm gonna open a new one. Here we go. All
I'm
right.
gonna run out. I'm running myself dry right here.
You gotta do it. Gosh dang, dude. Appreciate you, man.
No,
Like you've been
seriously.
on it all show. But all right, so he has a message with this. Because I made this donation, you have to fish Lake, gonna slaughter this, Jocas, South Carolina. Is this a lake you're familiar with, Paul? Maybe.
Oh.
You are upheld to this, he says. Hey man, $20, that'll definitely give me the gas money to get down to South Carolina. I'm in. I'm done. It's over. We're doing it.
Spell it for me. I'm writing it down right now.
Jocasse. South Carolina. All right. Well, guess we got a trip planned right there, boys. We're going down, and because we need a producer, Chaz, you got to go on these trips, man. I mean, how are we gonna produce?
Seems fair.
Seems fair. Figure it out. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's phenomenal.
It's on the list, man.
Chris.
That gets you on the list for sure.
Well, my fiance's
Record.
family lives in South Carolina, so
We got connections.
just go say, yeah, let's go visit your family now. Just make a little side trip.
Just a little side
For
trip.
9 hours.
I'm just gonna
in 3
produce
days.
this 9-hour video and edit it for 5 more hours, and then
Wow,
also
Jeff
put a
just signed you up
podcast.
for the edit too. Bold. Sneaky. I
He
just
did.
went down there, fished, and did all the editing, and then
He did. He threw it out earlier for the 2020 recap. I'm just saying. We've talked to Chaz about it before. We said,
Oh, yeah.
Chaz, as soon as we can afford to pay you, you can edit. Like
yeah.
one day.
You know what else is? You know what? This is my last goal for 2020. I really want to do one of two things. One, I want to get my truck wrapped, or I want to get a gigantic BurlyFishing logo for the back window of the cap. Those are one of those two things is happening. Period. Period. The end.
I think for the level of channel we are now, the back window is great. I mean, the back window, I did it for my gym.
No. I want a full back window. I want the whole.
I did the whole
Oh,
thing.
did you really?
Yeah. It's the perforated vinyl, so you can see through it. Right?
Yeah, that's what I want the whole. I want the BurlyFishing logo, a little bit off center, the whole window.
No, 100%, and I'll do it on my truck too. Let's do it.
Absolutely.
All I have on there right now is the tiny sticker and an Orvis fishy, which is nice, but rip that
It's
off.
all gone. It's all gone.
Go to the full
I
window
get Ducks
now.
Unlimited stickers every year. I can replace all of those things.
Dude, done deal.
By the way-
You know what? Chaz.
I was
go.
going to say, by the way, remember I said I would do it. Just, it has to be double if we get that one, Paul doing his one thing in front of the camera.
Fair. Yeah. No, I know exactly what he's talking about.
I'm sorry, I'm lost.
The level of indecency.
Into a Gatorade bottle.
guys
You mean
don't
my
know this.
extra water bottle?
So Paul has recently acquired the ability to edit his own videos, and thank goodness, because I gotta tell you guys, do you know how many times I've had Paul, we'll just say, relieving himself on film that I've had to edit, where I'm just take an 8-hour fishing trip. How many times do you guys take a whiz during an 8-hour fishing trip? Probably 170 times, right? If you're a normal, healthy adult drinking dad pops. So I would just be editing Paul's video, and I'd be like, dude, what the heck? And then there was this time
that I am blissfully unaware, 130 miles away.
He left his GoPro on. He
Oh,
walked
that's
into
I thought I turned it
freaking
off. I thought I turned it off. That did not happen.
The dude, he just took a number 2, like while the GoPro was
I
rolling.
watched that film. It's hilarious because it's on my chest. So it's just like 2 feet, some pants, and then like cinder block floor with mosquitoes, and me just going and slapping
So,
mosquitoes.
Let's just say we've all sacrificed things this year for this channel. Mostly
Dreams
me
for
editing your
2021.
videos.
Not seeing that again.
What a ridiculous situation. All right. So we've talked about 2020. We talked about 2021.
Yep.
We've got a lot of things coming your guys' way. And I think we're going to wrap it up just kind of on the note that we're going to keep this thing going, keep this thing growing. And I want you guys to know that we are making moves behind the scenes, pushing to grow this channel to what we think it can be. Like we think there's a lot of potential here. We hope that we get to collaborate with a lot of cool people this year. We've been lucky enough, been blessed enough to connect with some awesome companies who have amazing connections with awesome like fishing YouTubers and stuff that maybe we can go fishing with next year. I mean, I will be awestruck in their presence, but I'm just gonna do my best to not fangirl out and like scream and just do this like the whole time and try to actually fish and not look like an idiot. But I think it's gonna be fun, and I can't wait for that to happen. So that's coming soon. Oh yeah. So here's the thing we didn't mention today. So because we're not gonna be live the next 2 weeks, thanks to gosh dang holidays being literally on Thursday, both of them. Are you kidding? So Thursday next week is Christmas Eve. The following Thursday is New Year's Eve. And like I love you guys.
I will not let you down either.
Yeah, I love you guys a lot. So we're still gonna post an episode, but we're not gonna be live. That is our compromise this year. So we're going to record actually in 2 days. So Paul and I are meeting up this Saturday. I'm going to his place. We're going to record. We're committing to 4 YouTube videos.
It's 5 now.
5 YouTube videos and 2 podcasts.
Yeah, 4 YouTube. It's 6 total videos.
6 total. All right. So 4 YouTube videos, 2 podcasts. We're going to record in one gosh dang day. I can't tell you how many cold coffees we're going to drink that day.
The monsters will be eating through the bottom of this cup.
They will be flowing. So yeah, here's the deal. We're gonna make a ton of videos. It's gonna be a ton of fun. Chaz is gonna help us produce those 2 podcasts. Don't worry, they're not gonna suck. They're gonna be good. But we're gonna make them good. So yeah, we're gonna be recording that. But if you guys have questions, thoughts, things you want us to talk about on those episodes, we have like a theme for the episodes, but you guys know how it goes. Like we want to interact with chat. So you can interact with us by sending us some questions. You can tag me on Instagram. You can DM me on Instagram. It's at BurlyFishing. And you can email us. What is it? Chaz Podcast.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Chaz is typing it right now, but it's podcast at BurlyFishing.com. So if you want to send us via email, Instagram, whatever, you can Facebook message me, BurlyFishing as well. Send us some questions, some things that you want us to talk about on the show, and we will talk about it. We'll give you a shout out as well. And we appreciate you because it helps us fill the void. Otherwise, this is going to be just short and sweet, fun episodes. They want a heavy hook set. Well, send us a heavy hook set. Well, all right. So Fish in the Southeast, you're the one asking for it, and you have been the last one that I have for a heavy hook set. So tell you what, brother, I'll put you on the next heavy hook set. So very next episode we air next week for Christmas Eve, dude. What better present can I give you? We'll give you a shout out.
It's like an Okuma reel, the $90 one.
Nope, that goes to Chaz. Chaz, I'm not giving away your reel, I promise. So yeah, we'll do Fish in the Southeast. You got your heavy hook set next week. If any of you guys want to do a heavy hook set, you can also tag me on Instagram with your pictures. That'd be great. So at BurlyFishing, anytime you catch a fish, I know it's hard to catch fish right now for most of us, but if you catch one, tag me. Give me a throwback picture. I don't care. Give me one.
It doesn't even have to be a bass. Show me one of them stripers you're snagging on the beach.
Hold up a bass picture that you drew, that your 4-year-old drew. I don't care. Be like, look at this PB. Sweet. Whatever. Send me the heavy hook sets. We'll run through them on the show. If you want to send us a story, you can send it to podcast@burlyfishing.com. And chances are we'll talk about it on an upcoming episode. I will bullet point it because I don't feel like me reading through it is very fun, but I'll give you my interpretation of your story. If you're okay with that, send it into the channel and we will talk on through it. So yeah, I think you got anything else for wrap up here, Paul?
Nailed it.
Nailed it. All right. So that's it for today, guys. It's our last live of the year. I just want to wish you guys a happy holidays or Merry Christmas, whatever you celebrate, as well as a happy new year. Hope you have a great holiday with your family and whatever amount of visitation you can have with them. I know it's a crazy year, so we really appreciate you guys sticking with us this year. You've been fantastic, and we will continue to put out the content in 2021. So make sure to follow us, subscribe, do all the things: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all the places. We appreciate you guys. Have a great new year. Chaz. For the last time this year, for 2020, gosh dang it, ring out this dumpster fire. Let's go.
Took a swing at a wrecking ball and I prayed for my downfall, and I found a way to reconcile, 'cause in my heart it's not worthwhile. It's a bloody battlefield where some go down, others heal. In the end it's all the same. All you can do is play the game. Oh, do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why. I'm sad to say I'm sorry, so lie. Pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day. I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. There's nothing left for me to hide. Don't wanna live a lie. Too many lows, too many highs. Too many things to criticize. And so I leave it all behind. Don't wanna live a lie. Life kept spitting at my feet and forced me down a dead-end street, when all I had went up in flames, burning only dark remains. I cover up every part of my skin, oh, 'cause I don't like the person within. Oh, I know I'm the one to blame. All I can do is take the shame. Oh, do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why. I'm too sad to say I'm sorry, so lie and pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day. Whoa, I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. There's nothing left for me to hide. Don't wanna live a lie. Too many lows, too many highs. Too many things to criticize. So I leave it all behind. Don't wanna live a lie. Sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. Oh no.
I got enough of every melody, they all sound the same. Yeah. For my broken heart, no remedy, but maybe Maybe if you stay, we can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. Ooh. Memories now let me fall back. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. We can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. What's on the other side of inhibition? Ooh, I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so cool.
And I've been chillin', watching the ocean with you. Baby up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our cloudlands when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding.